Member for Johnston.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'm too very happy to rise to support this motion. I strongly support it, and as others have said, it heartens me that this is an example of how we actually can work together as a chamber to make decisions about things that are of great importance to the Northern Territory. It's really wonderful to see us working together across the floor. This is good government, and all of us are here elected by our communities to take action on the issues that most concern them, and we know that this is an issue that affects everyone in all of our communities. And I strongly agree also with the Minister in saying that when we do have people coming here from Canberra, it's really important to actually take them to see what's happening on the ground across the Territory so they can understand what it is that we are trying to deal with here. We all know that we need needs-based funding to address the crisis, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens when we work together with Canberra to achieve that. However, I have to repeat that we cannot let this distract us from the urgency of what we can do right now, right here. I repeat again that I remain unable to understand why we cannot, as a chamber, take urgent action on a domestic, family and sexual violence crisis, our true crime crisis. As I've said in this chamber today, in the Northern Territory, more than half the deaths by homicide are DV-related, 2 in 3 assaults are DV-related, more than 65% of people are in prison for DV-related issues, more than 65% of police time is spent on DV-related issues, more than 95% of the young people in detention are affected by DV. I'm sorry to have to continue to repeat these statistics. I wish I didn't have to. And if this government took action, I would not have to. I still cannot understand the rationale for no action. It's impossible for me to understand how the Minister can say she needs time to act on DV. I have no doubt that the Minister is deeply committed to addressing this issue and addressing it in the best way possible in a way that we know will work. I appreciate the Minister tabling the review of the Active Action Plan 1 today, and also the member for Gwadja tabling the Monitoring, Evaluation and Accountability Plan for Action Plan 2. I encourage people to have a look at these evaluation plans and reviews. I think that they are, as the Minister said, full of very important information that it's good for us to understand as we move forward and try and address this issue. This plan does not say that there is no way to evaluate. It says, and I can quote from the plan, it lays out a theory of change, it lays out a program logic, it lays out the data, it flags which actions will be evaluated and how. It directs a midpoint evaluation of the framework. It gives an outcomes evaluation. It sets out the monitoring process for all actions so there's accountability for actions in progress. It provides biannual public reporting on the status of every single one of the 60 actions in the plan, public and online. It's accountable, it's transparent and it's well planned. It was written by and approved by evaluation experts, including our own Treasury. We've been told clearly by experts, by survivors, by service providers, by the coroner what we need to do and what we know will work. Since the coronial recommendations came out, every single service provider, every single non-government organisation, every single sector worker has said we need to implement these recommendations as a matter of urgency. And I repeat that I welcome this motion, I welcome this chamber working together as I believe it should for the well-being of the whole Northern Territory. And I greatly look forward to going back to my electorate and letting the many people who continually raise this issue with me know that the chamber will be working together to address this. But when they ask me, does this mean there will be enough beds in women's crisis accommodation? Does this mean our frontline services will get the resources they need to keep us safe? Does this mean that over the holidays, when we are even less safe, the government will be doing something to help us? I will have to say no. The government is not ready to give the services the money that we know they need. I am really glad that we'll be working together to get the resources that we need to properly address this issue. And I'm sorry to the women and children that we are not taking action today to keep you safe when I know we could. I commit to doing everything I can towards that, towards a future where the crime crisis we face here is not the crisis of killing and harming women and children. Thank you, Madam Speaker.